If you've never draped a Kanchipuram saree before, or you've tried and you've really struggled, this is the only video you need. This is the easiest way, and I'm gonna show you through the ABC method how to pleat and prep your saree so that it is super easy to drape. Let's get started. So first what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the pallu end, so the fancy end, that's how you know, and you're gonna put it over your left shoulder. It is super easy to follow. All right, so what I like to do is let it hit the back of my knee, just like that. And I'm going to mark this spot right here on my shoulder, point A. So this is only for demonstration purposes, but you can go ahead and follow along and add these markers to your saree as well. I'm gonna put point A back on my shoulder, and I'm going to wrap it around like so and bring it back to the front of my body. And what I want to do is not only bring it to the front of my body, but kind of extend it to my right thigh. And this is going to be point B. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the other end of the saree, so the non-fancy end. I'm going to position it in the middle of my body. I'm going to wrap it around once. And since this is the indicator for my pleats, I'm actually going to mark point C about 2 inches to the left of my belly button. I'm gonna mark that as point C. Now that we've marked point A, B, and C, let's go pleat. So I have the saree face up. I have so many videos on how to pleat your pallu, so I'm just gonna fast forward through this and we'll get to the front pleat. This is point A. I'm going to pleat this entire part up to point A. I'm going to extend these pleats from point A to just before point B. So like maybe around here, you can eyeball it. So I have point B down on the table, and I'm gonna pleat until I get to point C. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is lift and put it to point B. Once I have the pleats, I'm going to nicely stagger them like so. I'm going to pin them together and then iron, but I'm not gonna iron the entire, I'm only gonna iron up to around about where the saree would hit my thigh. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove these. Okay, I'm just gonna pin this together. There we go, okay. And then I'm going to iron it, but I'm only gonna iron the top until about here. So that's where it's going to be super pressed down. And I'm gonna leave the rest very organic, free flowing. And see the rest, I'm gonna leave as it is. You can definitely iron down the insides, but let's go drape the saree. Now that I've got all of my pleats ready to go, you're gonna see how easy it is to drape. So I'm gonna start with the end that's not pleated. I'm gonna take it to my body and I'm going to tuck it in as flat as possible. And I'm gonna go ahead and come back to the front. When you go to tuck in your pleats, you want the leftmost pleat to be to the right of your belly button, and tuck that in. And then I'm going to take the rest of my saree and put it over my left shoulder. I'm gonna take off the pin that I have here, sacrifice 1 pleat, add a pin right here. I'm going to tuck in my front pleats. You can leave it like this, or you can add a waist chain.